Hello guys, good evening from my end. My name is Doris Kore and I'm here to tell you something you should know about ovulation, as we know that ovulation is what determines conception. So if you are here today and you track your ovulation by yourself without the help of automated ovulation tracker, then this video will be of great advantage to you. I'll start by explaining the terms I'll be using in this video. I mean 5 things I'll be using to make it easy for us. So let's go. The first one is LH. LH here stands for luteinizing hormone. So it is a hormone that plays a role in female reproductive system. The second thing is LH surge. The LH surge simply means rapid increase in luteinizing hormone. The third one is LH peak. So this is the moment LH level has reached its highest point of increase before it begins to drop down to its normal level. The fourth one is the estrogen. The estrogen is a hormone that plays a key role in female reproductive system. It helps in regulating menstrual cycle, ovulation, and also pregnancy. So the fifth one, that is the fifth thing, is ovulation. And ovulation is a phase in the menstrual cycle where an egg, a matured egg, is released from an ovary, and this occurs once per each menstrual cycle. So the moment egg is released, ovulation has occurred. So now the question is, what prompts ovulation? Does it just happen? Something causes ovulation to happen, and that thing is what we call the LH surge, a rapid increase in luteinizing hormone. Normally we have a small amount of luteinizing hormone in our body, but at this point there is a sudden increase in luteinizing hormone, and something causes it to happen, and that thing is what we call an increase in estrogen. So now, from the day one of your menses, for instance 28 days menstrual cycle, let's use it as an example. If you're here and your menstrual cycle is 28 days and you see your menses for about 5 days, from day one you start seeing your menses, like an increase in estrogen level, but now the increase is so slow. So gradually it increases, but very slow. Immediately after the day 5 of your menses, its increase becomes faster. So it keeps increasing very fast, then reaching towards the 12th day, it gets to its peak. So now the moment the estrogen gets to its peak, something is signaled, and that is the hypothalamus of the brain. The hypothalamus is being signaled, then it signals the pituitary gland, and the moment the pituitary gland is signaled, it has known that something should be released. So the moment the estrogen gets to its peak, there is a release of rapid increase in luteinizing hormone, and this rapid increase lasts for about 12 to 36 hours. So now from 12 hours to 24 hours, the LH gets to its peak. So now this rapid increase, there is a highest point it will get to, something great will happen, and that thing is what we call the ovulation. So immediately the LH gets to its peak, ovulation occurs, or shortly after. For instance, let's use this as an example. Your mother is preparing to cook a sweet food, and you already know in your mind that this one mommy wants to cook. That means I need to be available because she will send me a message. So immediately mommy places calls on fire. You're already aware that you must go for an errand. Is it that you go get water or you go get something else? Could be salt, could be oil. So now the moment the LH surge occurs, right, the ovary is already aware that any moment from now I'm going to release egg. So immediately the LH surge gets to its peak, immediately it gets to its highest point, is either the ovary releases the egg immediately or shortly after. So now if your mom ends up sending you message, maybe go get me water or go get me oil, you know that sometimes it might come back immediately or shortly after, but there must be a reason. So at times when the LH has gotten to its peak, the ovary might release the egg immediately or shortly after, right? So but there is a release of an egg. So immediately an egg is released, a matured egg is released, ovulation has occurred. And this is the main reason I am here today. You know, from the day of your LH surge, you start presenting signs of ovulation, and these signs, they tell you that your ovulation is near. Some signs like slippery, stretchy, egg white-like mucus. Some of us track our ovulation using this sign. Some of us track our own ovulation using the sign of abdominal pain. Some uses basal body temperature. But all these signs, I group them into two. There are ones that become less noticeable immediately an egg has been released. And these ones are the slippery, stretchy, egg white-like mucus, the abdominal pain. These ones, they become less noticeable after an egg has been released. And that is where we get it wrong. So, the moment we don't see it again, or maybe it has reduced, it's as if we don't notice it again, we now believe we are free. Some of us who are really desperate to conceive, at this point they might think, okay, there is no hope again, I have to wait till next month. I'm here to tell you that immediately an ovulation occurs, that is after the release of an egg has about 12 to 24 hours to live before it disintegrates and gets reabsorbed by the body. And that is what we call post-ovulation period. Now, there is 12 to 24 hours post-ovulation period. So it's after day hours you can boldly say you are free. And for us that are still doing child spacing, we think at this hour or at this moment we don't see the slippery, stretching mucus-like stuff again, that we are free and we are now free to do anything. That is where you get it wrong. So this they begin from the day of your LA surge. For instance, if your LA surge starts from the 12th day, around that kind 14th, your ovulation must have to occur. There should be release of an egg around 14th. So if LH started at day 12, your ovulation signs begin then, but they are less noticeable. So getting towards the ovulation day and on the ovulation day, they become noticeable, that you can see them clearly. But immediately after the ovulation has occurred, some of them become less noticeable. We think our fertile window has ended. Fertile window simply means that period during a woman's menstrual cycle when conception is possible. So as far as the egg is still alive, if a sperm shows up, it must be fertilized. It's waiting to be fertilized. That is why it says 12 to 24 hours before it disintegrates and gets reabsorbed by the body. So if you are this person and this is what you do, immediately your discharge becomes less noticeable, think you are free, but you're getting it wrong. So now the egg is alive. The main thing that determines conception is still alive. And that is why you have to still give yourself extra 12 to 24 hours. So, and this marked the end of my video today. So if this video was helpful, kindly like, comment and share for others to also benefit from this. See you in my next video.